Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Hope you guys are all doing well. We're going to be talking about him, Kai Havertz, a topic that's being talked about so much in the Arsenal fan base. And, I just wanted to make a quick video and just basically give my thoughts about Kai Havertz and, just my initial thoughts about, I understand it's quite early. So, maybe this video might age really badly. So, yeah, but let's just get into it. Look, Kai Havertz, I'll be honest, when he was first linked with Arsenal, I'm sure a lot of fans will agree. I wasn't too excited with this transfer. I just felt that, for the money that was being rumoured on our spending on Kai Havertz, I just felt like he doesn't move the needle that much. And, when you look at his time at Chelsea, you have to be honest with yourself. He didn't deliver, especially for the price he came at from Leverkusen. I believe it was around, 80 million euros or wherever it was. And, ultimately, he just didn't deliver. Now, you could say there's so many factors to it. The Chelsea were just crap since he's been there. So many managers coming in and out, so much squad changes. Yes, that's understandable. However, for the price he came in at, he had to deliver. He himself had to, really get Chelsea across the line in some games. Yes, the Champions League, he won Chelsea the Champions League, but ultimately he didn't do it. He wasn't consistent enough, and that is why, he just... That's why he is where he is, unfortunately. And he is a player with so much talent. Don't get that twisted. This guy has so much talent. He has everything. He has everything in his locker to become a top player, and I hope also he can do that. But yeah, I was just looking at some of his stats. You look at the drop-off from, when you look at Leverkusen, 150 appearances, 46 goals, 31 assists. You compare that to Chelsea, 139 appearances, 32 goals, 15 assists. At Leverkusen, he almost doubled. The assists, he almost doubled at Leverkusen. Now, you could obviously make, the argument is Bundesliga tax, which is true, but he just didn't deliver at Chelsea. Now, the problem I have with Kai Havertz at Arsenal is just, and I think Chelsea fans will also agree the same, is that he's a player who just doesn't have a specific position, unfortunately. He is almost like a throwback player where you can't say he's a striker because he's not, but at the same time, you can't say he's a number 10. He is literally almost like in the middle between both of them. And unfortunately, not many teams play with that formation anymore. When you look at teams are just playing with all number 8s across the midfield. There is no more of this shadow strike or whatever you call it. And that is the mold Kai Havertz is. And that's what makes it just very, I would say, confusing as an Arsenal fan, because I just don't see where he fits into the Arsenal team. Well, even when I look at our best 11, which I will get into, I just don't understand where he starts in our best 11. And maybe over time, maybe I might be wrong. Maybe Arteta might mold him into a striker or into a midfielder. And it does look like Arteta favours him as a midfielder. But for me personally, I just don't see where he starts in our midfield. So I did a bit of, my personal starting 11. This is my best 11. So obviously you have Ramsey in goal, Timber. Yes, Timber might be a bit early. Gabriel, Saliba, Ben White. And this is the midfield. Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard. Now, for me, Kai Havertz, I don't see who he displaces. He can't displace Martin Odegaard because Martin Odegaard is just a beast. Like, honestly, this guy is such a good player. And Declan Rice, maybe he can play in that left-hand side in certain games, but the issue is, does he offer you that defensive support that Declan Rice will give you? Does he give you that tracking back? Does he work hard off the ball? Is that something Kai Havertz can bring instead of Declan Rice? I just believe he can't. I just believe what Declan Rice will offer off the ball is something that Kai Havertz doesn't offer, unfortunately. And look, since he's been out, so he's played well. I believe he played, especially in that Manchester City game, I think he played really well. And that was as a striker. So for me personally, I would rather play Kai Havertz as a striker. I just don't think he fits in our midfield. And I think if he does start in the midfield, it means you will sacrifice something. You'll either have to sacrifice Martin Odegaard or Declan Rice. So who is it that you sacrifice? For me, I don't think you can sacrifice any of them for Kai Havertz. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens with him at his time also. The only thing I do hope that Arteta does is he just doesn't try squeezing him into the team, and which causes a detriment. Because last game against Nottingham Forest, you saw he tried to squeeze Kai Havertz into the team by taking off Gabriel, making Thomas Partey play at right back. Like, yes, that was okay against Nottingham Forest, but against a big team, you cannot do that. You cannot have a three centre back with a midfield I'm sorry, you'll get absolutely torn apart. And against Nottingham Forest, especially in that first half, we were lucky. We weren't playing good until we got that first goal. So for me, look, it's going to be interesting to see where he plays. I'll support him, but for me, I personally see him more as a striker than a midfielder. I just don't see where he plays in that midfield. Maybe over time he might adjust and get into a more deep play. One thing that you have to, fans don't give credit for is how smart this guy is. This guy is such an intelligent player, and I'm sure he will do well. But yeah, I guess we just have to wait and see. I'm recording this on the 15th of August, so hopefully, over time we do see this guy develop, and we do see why Arteta signed him for that price tag. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about Kai Havertz. If you are a big fan of him, let me know in the comments, and yeah, I'll catch you guys next time.